really don't know.
If you had one word to describe this, what would it be?
Like dominoes.
Oh, that's a good one. Do you think, if you look at it from this angle, it's kind of like a triangle. Do you think that you could find the volume of this triangle right now without any help?
Probably not.
Do you have, all right, so I'll give you the dimensions. This is about 42 by 24 inches approximately. What would you say, like a random guess, what would you say the volume of this triangle would be? That's okay.
Oh my God.
It kind of is. It makes a triangle.
No idea?
I have nothing.
All right. Well, I'm going to teach. Yeah. Okay, so this is for a class. If you had to guess what this is for, what would you guess?
High school level?
But like what kind of class are you thinking? Like math, social studies, art?
Probably math.
Hey, he's good. What is your response to learning calculus?
I'm down for it.
Okay, okay. That's great. All right. So what we got here is, if you look at it, this line going right here is this function, 26 minus 0.4x, and it goes from 0 to 42. We call that an integral. Okay? And then our bottom line from here to here is 0.25x. It's modeled right here on this graph. So our objective is to find the volume of the solid. So what we do is we take, in this integral from 0 to 42, we take the top function and then subtract the bottom function and then square that all because these shapes are kind of squares. Kind of. So then all we have to do is plug it in our calculator. Which, if you didn't know, there actually is a key to find the volume in an integral. Ooh, effing int.
I didn't know that.
All right, so you want to plug it in?
No, that's fine.
Okay, so we're going to plug this in. So this is 26 minus 0.4x minus 0.25x. And then we square the whole thing. And then we put in our variable, which is x. And then put in the integral, which is 0 to 42. And we get our answer. The volume is about 9,014 cubed inches.
Aren't you excited that you just learned calculus?
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Like, I
jump
just-
for us.
Yeah,
jump.
jump for joy. Do you feel
Yeah,
smarter now?
I just feel like I feel like Einstein.
You can
like,
take on the world.
I could. I am Brandon and I am 15 and I just learned calculus.
Woo!
How do you guys feel about learning calculus?
Sure.
Sure?
Sure.
You up
I
for
guess
it?
so.
You up for it? Okay. What do you think this looks like? Any ideas?
Stairs.
Stairs?
It 4 looks like dominoes.
Dominoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think out of this right here, knowing that the dimensions are 26 and 42, inches by the way, do you think you could find the volume of that? No? Any clue?
Probably learned it in math class sometime.
How do you guys feel about learning calculus?
Sure.
Sure?
Sure.
You up
I
for
guess
it?
so.
You up for it? Okay. Okay, so right back. So this is an integral. We're taking the 26 minus the 0.4, and then we're going to take the antiderivative of that. So then we're going to take the top minus the bottom, and then we're going to find the volume. Get that calculator. We're going to plug it in our calculators. So I plugged all that in, saying from the 26 minus the 4.4, and then take that minus the bottom function, and then from 0 to 42, we press enter, we get 9,014.46 inches cubed. That's the volume of that.
You guys just learned calculus.
Just like calculus.
Square numbers and find the area of a triangle.
See? There's a
Square,
hole.
and we weren't paying attention very well. then
At
we're
least you're
doing
honest.
X and Y.
At least you're honest about it.
Hi, I'm Mia.
Hi, I'm Kellen. Hi, I'm Carly.
I'm 11.
I'm 11. I'm 11.
And we just learned calculus.
Alright, if you had to pick a few words to describe this, what would you use?
Black.
Black. Cardboard. What does it look like? Anything?
Like steps. Yeah, steps.
Okay. Do you think you could find the volume of that?
No.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah?
not that smart.
Yes. How would you approach it if you were going to pick the volume of it?
Not a way I'd like to.
I'm gonna try it. Okay, would it help you out if I told you that this was 42 and then this was 26?
Yeah. Sure.
So do you think you could, if you could approximate the volume of this, what would you guess it to be?
Oh, I don't know.
What were the numbers again? 42 and 26. Inches, that is. Do you have a number? A rough estimate?
We're gonna throw something out.
Just shout a number. Shout a number.
100.
That's a good guess. Anyone else? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay, actually do yours. Okay. So this function right here is represented by 26 minus 0.4x dx, and then the other function is represented by 0.25x. So the top function minus the bottom function equals the volume. So that's how you find the volume of a solid. And you just do that by plugging it in your calculator. And then you press enter and you get 9,014.46 inches cubed. That is roughly the volume of this solid. Close enough. Hey, 100 was a good guess. So how do you guys feel now that you learned calculus?
Like I never want to take calculus.
Yeah. Ever?
Never.
You thought it was hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
J.C. Hamilton.
I'm Carly.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Brina.
I'm Emily. I'm Carrie. I'm never taking calculus in my life.
Yeah, not
We
happening.
just learned it.
Nope.
His name is Yusuf. He's 8 months old.
Now, if you look at this project, what is your first thought? What do you think it is? All right. Now, if you look at this, if you look at it, the way that it comes in, it kind of makes a triangle.
Mhm.
Do you think that just off the top of your head, you could find the volume of that triangle? The dimensions are 42 by 26. So
Okay.
just a random guess. What do you think approximately the area might be, or the volume might be? I'm going to teach you how to find this. Okay, so what we do first is we're going to look at this. If you look at it, the way that the top ones come in and come to the point at the end,
Mhm.
that's one function, and then the bottom is bounded by another function.
Okay.
So the top function is 26 minus 0.4x, and then the integral, so where it goes on the x-axis, is from 0 to 42. So that's finding actually the antiderivative of it.
Okay.
And then you do the same with the bottom function, but the bottom function, the equation is 0.25x from 0 to 42, and our objective is to find the volume.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, here, hand me the calculator. So you take the top function minus the bottom function so that you
Okay.
can get the actual area of it,
Okay.
and then because the shapes are approximately squares, the way that you get the area of a square is side times side, so side squared. So here we're going to square that whole quantity in order to get the volume of this shape. Because between 0 and 42 there would be an infinite amount of squares. So then the easiest way to do this is we go in our calculators, our graphing calculators, and there's this FN int key which finds the integral, and we just plug in the values. So 26 minus 0.4x minus 0.25x squared. And then we put in our variable, and it goes from 0 to 42. And we get that the volume is approximately 9,014.46 cubic inches.
I'm Yusuf. I'm 9 months old and enjoy this finding the volume.